Good afternoon, students. Today we will start a new lesson, that is three questions. So, I will start my lesson with a model reading. All of you should practice it in your home. Now I will share my screen. All of you look at the screen here. Lesson name, three questions. I will make it zoom so that you can see the text properly. Right now, okay. I hope all of you can see the text. Three questions. This is written by Count Leo Tolstoy. The text starts with this: a king has three questions and he is seeking answers to them. What are the questions? Does the king get what he wants? Read to find out. First paragraph. The thought came to a certain king that he would never fail if he knew three things. 1. What is the right time to begin something? 2. Who should a king listen to? 3. What is the most important thing for a king to do? The king therefore sent messages throughout his kingdom, promising a large sum to anyone who would answer these three questions. Many wise men came to the king, but they all answered his questions differently. In reply to the first question, some said the king must prepare a timetable and then follow it strictly. Others said that it was impossible to decide in advance the right time for doing something. The king should do whatever seemed necessary at that time. Yet, others said that the king needed a council of wise men who would help him act at the proper time. But then others said that there were some things which could be urgent. These things could not wait for the decision of the council. In order to decide the right time for doing something, it is necessary to look into the future, and only magicians could do that. The king, therefore, would have to go to magicians. In their answers to the second question, some said that the people most necessary to the king were his counselors. Others said priest. A few others chose doctors, and yet others said that his soldiers were the most necessary. The third question, some said attack, others choose fight, and yet others religious worship. And the answers to his questions were so different. The king was not satisfied. He decided to seek the advice of a certain hermit who was widely known for his wisdom. The king put on ordinary clothes and went to meet the hermit. Before he reached the hermit's hut, the king left his horse with his bodyguard and went alone. As the king came near the hermit's hut, he saw the hermit digging the ground in front of his hut. He greeted the king and continued digging. The king went up to the hermit and said, I have come to you, wise hermit, to ask you to answer three questions. And he repeated the questions. The hermit listened to the king, but did not speak. You are tired, said the king. Let me take the spade and work in your place. Thanks, said the hermit, giving the king his spade. When the king had dug two beds, he stopped and repeated his questions. The hermit gave no answer. Then, paragraph 4. 1 hour passed, then another. The sun went down behind the trees, and at last the king stuck the spade into the ground and said, I came to you, wise men, to get answers to my questions. If you can give no answer, tell me so, and I'll return home. Here comes someone returning. Sorry, here comes someone running, said the hermit. The king turned round and saw a bearded man running towards them. His hands were pressed against his stomach, from which blood was flowing. When he reached the king, he fainted and fell to the ground. The king and the hermit removed the man's clothing and found a large wound in his stomach. The king washed and covered it with his handkerchief, but the blood would not stop flowing. The king redressed the wound until at last the bleeding stopped. The man closed his eyes and lay quiet. The king, tired by his work and the work he had done, lay down on the floor and slept through the night. When he woke up, it was several minutes before he could remember where he was or who the strange, bearded man lying on the bed was. Forgive me, said the bearded man in a weak voice when he saw that the king was awake. I do not know you and have nothing to forgive you for, said the king. You do not know me, but I know you. I am that enemy of yours who swore revenge on you because you put my brother to death and seized my property. I had made up my mind to kill you on your way home, but the day passed and you did not return. So I left my hiding place. I came upon your bodyguard who recognized me and wounded me. I escaped from him, but I should have died if you had not dressed my wounds. I wished to kill you, and you have saved my life. Now, if I live, I will serve you as your most faithful servant. The king was very happy to have made peace with his enemy so easily and to have won him over a friend. He not only forgave him but also promised to give back the man his property. Leaving the wounded man, the king went out of the hut and looked round for the hermit. The king went up to the hermit and said, for the last time, I beg you to answer my questions, wise man. You have already been answered, said the hermit. How have I been answered? What do you mean? Do you not see? Replied the hermit. if you had not pitied my weakness yesterday and had not dug these beds for me, you would have gone away. Then that man would have attacked you. So the most important time was when you were digging the bed, and I was the most important man, and to do me good was your most important business. Later, when the man ran to us, the most important time was when you were caring for him. Because if you had not dressed his wounds, he would have died without having made peace with you. So he was the most important man, and what you did for him was your most important business. Remember, then there is only one time that is important, and that time is now. It is the most important time because it is the only time we have any power to. The most necessary person is the person you are with at a particular moment. The most important business is to do that person good because we are sent into this world for that purpose alone. Then, this is your glossary. First word is messenger. Messenger means a person carrying a message. Council means group of people chosen to advise. Hermit, a person who lives alone and lead a simple life. Affairs, things, matters, business. Beds, small patches of ground for plants. Spade, tool for digging. Fainted, lost consciousness. Sage, took by force. Faithful, loyal and true. Fatally, seriously. So today I have completed this lesson reading. Next class, next class I'll explain this lesson. Thank you.